Man Utd target Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham and Frenkie De Jong transfers for summer. Manchester United have a summer midfielder transfer shortlist made up of Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham and Frenkie De Jong, while Harry Maguire could be sent back to Leicester City on loan. Elsewhere, Everton could be obliged to make a huge loan repayment if they are relegated, and there are fears that FIFA may launch a European Super League of their own. Manchester United manager Erik has 3 names in mind when he looks to add to his midfield in the summer, according to the Mirror. Speculation is already suggesting that Scott McTominay and Fred will both leave the club this summer, meaning there is room for additional players in the middle of the park. Manchester United boss Erik has drawn up a 3-man shortlist for the summer transfer window as he bids to boost his options in midfield, the paper writes. Has enjoyed a successful first season in the Old Trafford dugout, winning the Carabao Cup and guiding the Red Devils to a likely top 3 spot. The Dutchman began his overhaul of the United squad with 5 permanent signings in the summer transfer window. That started a refresh of their midfield, with both Casemiro and Christian Eriksen arriving in Manchester. But is set to make the position a priority again in the upcoming window, with Declan Rice, Frenkie De Jong and Jude Bellingham all being eyed. Leicester Maguire loan. Brendan Rodgers wants to bring Harry Maguire back to Leicester City from Manchester United. The England international centre-back is struggling to get game time ahead of Raphael Varane and Lisandro Martinez at Old Trafford, and a year back at the King Power Stadium may give him chance to rediscover his best form. The paper states, Harry Maguire is wanted back home at Leicester with a loan move on the cards next season. The Manchester United centre-back faces limited game time in the run-in both at home and abroad after returning to Old Trafford from England duty. Now Brendan Rodgers is keen to take him back to the Foxes, where he was a massive hero. Leicester will always be a lure for Maguire, 30, who left with the club's blessing, with both sides making the exit one of the most dignified going. Rodgers thinks he would be a huge capture and can sort out a defense that still leaks goals alarmingly, the main reason they fear the drop. The Leicester boss has looked at other targets like Odilon Kasanu at Bayer Leverkusen, but an eye-catching loan for the United star would top that. Everton loan covenant could spell disaster. Premier League side Everton could face ruin, with a loan of £150 million callable if they are relegated. That could leave them unable to continue to operate, or to face punishment by the Championship for failing to meet financial requirements. The Daily Mail explains the situation, writing, the catastrophic state of Everton's finances is underlined by an outstanding loan of £150 million, immediate repayment of which can be triggered by relegation. If Everton fall out of England's top division, administration could loom as well as a punishment if they are found to have breached the Premier League's profitability and sustainability rules, PSR. The loan, extended from £100 million to £150 million by the club's owner Farhad Moshiri last season, is repayable in 2027. But relegation would lead to a potential immediate demand for the money, as revealed in Everton's 2021-22 financial accounts published on Friday. The loan agreement includes a covenant that assumes the club will remain in the Premier League, therefore the board have had to consider the scenario of relegation and the availability of these facilities in that scenario. Premier League clubs concern over potential new Super League. Some Premier League teams are concerned that a new FIFA Club World Cup could essentially be transformed into a new Super League. The last time these plans were more explicitly discussed, during the COVID-19 pandemic, outrage forced the clubs to abandon plans, but FIFA may now have their own ideas. The Telegraph writes, Premier League clubs have discussed their fears that the new format for the FIFA Club World Cup, FCWC, which expands to become a 32-team tournament in 2025, could become a European Super League by the back door. FIFA agreed plans for the new competition at its Congress in Rwanda this March, and although the governing body has announced 12 UEFA qualification places in the competition, it has not said definitively how those places might be earned. At the Premier League shareholders' meeting on Thursday in London, clubs asked for the details on FCWC qualification in Europe. Thus far, FIFA has said that it will be the 4 Champions League winners in the 4 years leading up to 2025, with Chelsea and Real Madrid already assured of a place, and then the top 8 ranked clubs excluding those already qualified. There will be a cap of 2 clubs per country unless that country has more than 2 Champions League winners in the 4-year period. https://www.eurosport.com/